Alright, what is up, guys? We're gonna be playback trading today's January 8th. So, yeah. Alright, so first things first, we gotta decide, are we going with or against what the market looks like it's going to do? And so we got a strong upturn here. Maybe we just do a little scrolly scroll. I think we go against. The reason because up until everything looks correct, except for here, this looks correct. Like it's gonna push down, it pushes down. Then it looks like it's gonna push up, it pushes up. Looks like it's gonna keep pushing up, and it keeps pushing up. But then right here, around 7 a.m., you got this swing high, first entry, and it looks like this market shift because at this point, it looks like the market's gonna drop, and it doesn't do. Oh yeah. Actually, you know, we'll try with. We'll try with. Actually, give me a second. I'm trying to decide in the pre-market. No, we try against. So the reason why we're going against is because we decided, if you take a look at the minute chart here, looks like the market's gonna push up right here as it's supposed to, and just starts going sideways right there. So we're gonna go against. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna say this right now because we might be having to go against or with. But as of right now, it looks like the market's supposed to shoot down a little bit more before shooting up. So since it looks like it's gonna push down, we're gonna buy. I don't know, obvious. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. Keeps pushing up. Alright, so I left it running. I'm doing my best not to look at the market. And I didn't look at it. I just saw that was a movement. And yeah, I had forgot to pause it, so rewinding it back.
It's like this, it looks like a circle. And it looks like this. It looks like a square. So, okay.
It left us. He left. Okay.
I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
Not finished. I was just joking. Can't finish.
Already? Okay.
I just long.
That one.
Yes, the rectangle.
Hooray. Okay, I'm done. Don't leave. It left us. Sing, okay, Chacha? Sing, no, sing. So much. Beso. Say hi. This is gonna be an interesting one. It's our first setup in a while. Doesn't this could have been a second entry, but there's a swing high, tiny one up by a tick. I was gonna ignore it, but the same thing happened on the minute chart. Right there, swing high, bop bop. So yeah. All right, we're just fast forwarding it for now. Oh. So we're still going against what the market looks like it's going to do. Even though it has done exactly what we would imagine. Meaning as in like, looks like it's going to do this. We place our order to buy. It never triggers us, but then it goes in the direction we were wanting it to go. So it's a little interesting. Alright, we're in the trade finally. Can the mans get it? The man's got it! Let's go! Alright, so let's explain this one real quick. We take a look at the minute chart. Here at this point, we know this particular pattern that happens very often, but in this case, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The reason being is because you have this uptrend. And right here at this point, it looks like it's going to drop all the way back to the bottom. I was worried, not worried, but as soon as I saw the consolidation, I had to reconsider the possibility of, could this market still look like it's going to do this? But at this point right here, oh, come on. Right here, it looks like the market's going to just push down here. It's really difficult to see this. You would have to kind of imagine spikes, essentially. And what does that spike look like? What does that spike look like? This spike looks a little bit more plausible, in which the market should look like it's what it looks like it should do. So in this case, we go against it. And that is why we bought on the second entry. What is going on? On the second entry, and essentially the exact same thing here. It looks like the market could push up. Actually, right here, it looks like it could push up, but that's why we rely heavily on the 1 minute chart before 9:30. And in this case, it works out pretty fairly well, as you can see. Let's go. Okay. Minute chart's not giving me anything that like looks familiar. My laptop is burning up. It's a little difficult to tell. It's always difficult to tell, but you know what? So we're still going against what the market, well, at least what I think the market looks like it's going to do. We're in the trade. Strong push down. There's no way. There's no way. So in the back of my head, I said it's going to push down a little bit, then shoot up. And the fact that it did exactly that is actually like, is precedented a word? I don't know. But dang, I know it's a word, but I don't know if I'm using it right. But that's just crazy. So we are going to get stopped out here. We could potentially just cut our losses short, but that wouldn't be fair. To the strategy at least, and to the win-loss ratio. But essentially, at this point, it looks like it's going to consolidate, especially on the 1 minute chart. It just looks like it's not giving me anything. And I didn't want to say it, but it looked like it was going to do neither go down or up. And at the most, it looked like it was going to push down first, then push up. Because it looks, if you take a look at this high and this huge correction, you can imagine like a bowl-looking thing, if that makes sense. And you can imagine that happening. But at the same time, you can see like something like this happening as well. But this seems very unlikely since we already tried to correct there, which is why I was more leaning towards a little push down, then a push up. So yeah, we should be getting stopped out here, and which is totally fine because at least we were able to read that. Yeah, sweet. That is crazy. Oh, stop. Oh, we already missed it. That's alright. There it goes, friends. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Alright, missed the trade. So actually, it's a good thing that we missed the trade because that first 8:30 trade we want to kind of stay out of, just to see what the market looks like it's gonna do. So at this point, it looks like it's going to correct all the way back down. So you would actually sell, yeah. At this point right here, that looks like it's gonna keep going down, and it keeps going down. So we're trading with now. So that's interesting. Let's see if we get anything. So we got to stray away from the minute chart and just focus on the 950. So we couldn't take that trade even if we wanted to. But I guess based on that 450, we can. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting one. I guess we'll stay out of the first trade here. Here comes that first setup. I'm not going to take it. We're just going to see what the market is going to do and how it's going to behave. Alright, it's a spike down, so we can imagine the market correcting here. And if we were trading with, we would buy. So yeah, everybody got stepped out if we bought. So we're still trading against. As crazy as that sounds, buying there at the 50. That's 50 low, 2, 4, 6. So yeah, we would have got stepped out there, even though buying was the correct option. So that's weird. That's really weird. So we were right, but I just interesting. So we're going with, right? Yeah. What happened to my mouse? Nice. So it's a non-obvious entry. At this point, it looks like the market's going to keep pushing up on that higher low. It's hard to imagine the market pushing down here. It is also that W pattern, as you can see, and that's what the market looks like it's going to do, and eventually it just does it. And so that was a pretty good trade. If you did a 1 ticker there, you would have got stabbed out, I believe. No, maybe, I don't know. But non-obvious was the best trade there. Good trade. Let's go. Hands are sweaty as heck, though. Do you hear that? That's me wiping my hands off the chair. Okay. I don't know if not streaming, but recording is fulfilling or satisfying, but I like it. Maybe it's delusional satisfaction because there's actually like no one watching, but I'm okay with that actually. As you can tell, I've made hundreds of videos already, so I'm more than okay with it. And so we have this. We have a strong push down, and so the market looks like it's just going to keep pushing up. It just looks like it. It's hard to imagine this, even with all this stuff going on. Just because you've been on a strong uptrend, it just looks like the market's just going to keep going on, even with a tiny correction like that, like this. Even at this point, still looks like it's going up. So we trade with the market, and yeah. Oh. Nice. So got in by the tick and got in by the scalp. But that's all we need. And so we got that swing high first entry. As you can see, it's that double top sort of thing. And at this point right here, it looks like the market's going to correct, especially with that bar right there. So shorting there was the best tactic. And we went for non-obvious. Good thing, because I think we would have got stopped out if we took an obvious. The reason we went for non-obvious because it's just pushing down from this level of resistance here. As you can see across there, there's a double top. So once you have that level of resistance, you got to do the non-obvious entry. And wow, we got super duper lucky there. So actually buying might have been better right here. Yeah, it looks like buying was actually the better idea. It also has that W pattern, so maybe that could have been it. Yeah, that was it. I did see that initially. No, secondly, after seeing the double top. But once you see that, yeah, buying there is actually the better option. As you can see, it works out. And I'm not just making that up just because, but I did see that, and I didn't fail to mention it just because we already got the scalp. It was like, whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, it works out. And yeah. So good trade. Good trade. Still debating whether to take this on the double bottom. I know. Well, here, swing on first entry, second entry. So in this case, it looks like the market is going to push down if you did take that as a double bottom. Let's see what happens. Not taking it because that's a double bottom-ish chain, and it would have worked. Nice. Should zoom in this. Oh, came to the tick. And the trade got the scalp. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So looks like it's gonna correct, especially at this point right here. Just using 950 tick chart, not using a minute chart at all. It looks like the market's gonna correct down in this direction, and we were lucky again. Man, I wonder if this works out live. Interesting. But we just go for those scalps, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Turned into a spike. Even though it's just a couple bars. Oh, don't. Okay, this should work out hypothetically. Nice. So the reason it works out, and theoretically and not hypothetically, is because of two big reasons. And we've tested this many times before, and it works out. But maybe the next time you trade it won't work out. Maybe because you're supposed to be trading with or against. And in this case, we're trading with. No, we traded against there. What? So actually, yeah, I think trading against is what we should be doing. This one's an interesting day. Let's pause for a second, because in this case, we traded against, kept going up. Buying there was a better option. Buying there was a better option. So even though it was a better option, would we have gotten stopped out here? Let's actually see. Buying here pushes all the way down to this point. All the way back down here. So that's 2, 4. Entrance was 50, so 50 low plus 2 ticks. We could have bought there. We could have bought there. Trading here, buying there. That one works out fairly well. Selling here. 75. 1, 2, 3. And 2 ticks. This one came to the tick, I think. No, we would have got stopped on this one. So buying there. So we're still okay. So here's the thing about this market and the day. This one's an interesting one for sure. So essentially, what we have here is a day that if you trade with our strat, saying if the market looks like it's going to go in that direction, do the opposite thing. We decided that at 8:30, and so if you're going to use that, which is MPATs, our strategy, then you have to take into consideration that your trades are only going to work out for that scalp, essentially. and you can't just hold on to that thing like it's like a rule book. You have to hold on to it like it's a strategy, and there's always it just you got to put the human nature into it, switching it up, because if you just stick to the rules and only the rules, you're gonna get stopped out, because the market doesn't have rules. It does whatever it wants. And so having the human nature behind the because if you put this in a code or system, I feel like it wouldn't work. Or maybe it will. Obviously it will, because if you have AI. But anyway, if you just went by rules, I feel like if somebody had the rule book, I think they would get stopped out, versus the person who is trading with I don't know, knowledge, not even knowledge, maybe we just got really lucky here. But essentially, you can't just stick to the rules here. You have to be able to understand what the market is doing. And in this case, we have a bunch of our trades working out just by the scalp. So hypothetically, we should be going against, but since we only scalp out this much, we're getting really lucky. And so the next time we try to scalp out this much, it's not going to work. And in this case, if we were to sell here, because of what the market's supposed to look like it's going to do, because of it was a spike. Actually, you know what? It's not a spike, because this should have corrected if it was a spike. But as you can see, that's only 2 or 3 bars. So maybe the market did look like it was going to keep going up. Yeah. So we're good. I think we're good. That 5-minute rant was absolutely for nothing. I thought this was more of a spike, but as you can see, compared to the rest of the market, that's a spike. That's a spike. It's a low pullback. It's a 2-legged pullback. That's pretty much a spike, but it's 4 bars, and this is only 2 bars. So yeah, I think we're okay with that trade. It looks like the market's going to keep pushing up generally, and you got this level of resistance slash support. And you know what people like to do when they break out of it, they like to trade back into it. So this was a good trade. My hands are so sweaty. So this was a very good trade. Yeah, let's keep going. So market looks like it's going to keep pushing up, and plus you got that back up. Oof, good trade. It wasn't a spike, so maybe if it was a spike, it'd be a little bit of a different story, and that 5-minute rant would have been a little bit better or more how do you say, relevant. But in this case, it's kind of irrelevant since that wasn't a spike. Let's measure the distance real quick so we're not. So yeah, actually close. That close. Yeah, so definitely not a spike. Cool, let's keep going. That's a genuine smile on my face. So as hard as it's going to be, we cannot take that first trade at 8:30. Oh man. Nor at 9:30, I think, or 9 o'clock. 9:15, 9:30. So the first trade at 9 o'clock, first trade at 7 a.m. maybe. We still have the pre-market to decide. Yeah, but the first trade at 8:30, we can't take that trade, because as you saw here, it was the flippity flap. And so and then at 9:30, we'll have to maybe skip out on that first trade. I think that's the safest play. Yeah, so guess who's trading live on Monday? Guess who's about to lose all their money again? Not this guy, but I am trading live on Monday. So the other guy, yeah, we share half the things in common. We'll see if this is it. Maybe we got it this time. Who knows? Got some piano music playing in the background. It's getting me really confident and emotional at the same time. This could be it. And I don't know if I'm prepared for life-changing events. Not that we're gonna make $1 million the first day. We're probably making like $20 the first day. And for like the whole month, $20 every like Monday, Tuesday. That's it of the month. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, $20. But yeah, okay, enough of me ranting. Let's keep going. See if we're just over talking and we just end up losing the next 10 trades. And that's very common. Market will do that to you. Market will do that to you. I just recorded the video on Instagram. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to hear me rant more. that how do you find the fine line between what is the thing you want to do versus the thing that you want in the future? How do you how do you how do you find the fine line or the sweet spot for doing what you want to do right now or doing something in order so you can do what you want in the future? Like, how much do you work? Obviously there's a fine line. It's maybe, obviously I feel like it's both, but like, how do you integrate that? Because right now I want to do this all for the future and it's fun so much, but like 20 minutes ago I didn't want to. It's not I didn't want to do this, it's that I was just like, I felt kind of empty and I just wanted to watch. I didn't want to miss out on everybody playing Rust right now, like offline TV's Rust server with Shroud and like Choco Taco, all the big guys, Jacksepticeye, Arcadium, obviously Saikuno and all those guys, Valkyrie, and they're all playing right now. And like, I thought about like, man, they got such a cool life. They're all streamers. They're all getting paid to be hanging out with each other, playing video games. Like, that's the dang life. But then you think about it, when they close up stream and they're laying down in bed, they feel just as empty sometimes, you know? And I think we all feel empty at some point, no matter where you are. The only point, as Alan Watts says, the only moment you know a difference is a moment of change. When you go up a bit, you're happy. If you go down a bit, you meet loss and you feel sad. I butchered the quote, but yeah. So how do you find that white line? All right, let's take a trade. I'm a little out of it right now. I'm daydreaming. Damn it. Okay. All right, Mike is pushing up. I'm gonna pause the recording. Hello. Okay.
I'm eating some delicious peanut chocolate candy, and I have to put it in my head because if not, I'm gonna forget. And I don't want to kill you.
Okay. Thank you. She had a tape on her head that said "Don't kiss me." Piece of blue tape. Actually, it looks like it's gonna keep dropping now. We gotta do some shroud clicking here. Ta, 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 ta. Talk about a market drop. Dang. Dang. Oh, dang. 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 So I think yesterday Elon Musk became the richest man in the world. Yeah, his stock grew like 8% in one day. Bruh. I don't know how much that is, but it sounds like a lot. Alright, I got a little distracted. Yeah, so buying there was the better option because I was distracted. And so buying there does look like it's what it looks like the market is going to do actually, because if you take a look at this, how like it doesn't make sense for it to keep going down in this direction like this. It just doesn't look like the market will do something like that. If you have this like level of lows right here, so we can imagine a ton of, that was a habit of words, a ton of but essentially you have this, and the market just looks like it's going to do maybe a little bit correction, consolidate, and push up. So yeah, buying there was actually the better option. I'm okay with that loss, honestly, because I want to keep trading. I like trading. I like it. Man, no setup though. About to get it though. Got in a tick right there. Oof, damn. We're reading it wrong, fellas. We're gonna move this up just for the fairness, and if we get stepped out, we get stepped out. Híjole. Buying there was a better option. Reading it wrong, man. It's this, it's that. So I'm a little distracted after that rant. Not gonna lie. All right. Negative question mark? Mart? Question mark? Oh boy. I'm losing it. Give me more Red Bull. Yeah, a couple more bars in order for this to be a spike. Still not looking like a spike just quite yet. I think that's what I meant. It looks like gear switched. I don't know if I got the trade, but we got stopped out here on a non-obvious. I thought the market would keep pushing up, but it looks like the market is actually going to keep pushing up. So it looks like we actually been trading this wrong. We were supposed to be trading. Wait, we're trading against, right? Wait, we're supposed to be trading against the market. What are we doing? Wait. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. What is going on? Okay. Did we decide? I can't remember. You could just rewind. But did we decide to trade with or against the market? In the morning, we bought here because it looked like the market was going to prepare. Okay, we traded against. Most definitely traded against. Yep. And then, did we switch gears? We traded with? Where's 830? Right here. Swing high first entry. We traded with the market. With the market. So we're trading with. Got stopped out there. Gear switched. 830 is right here. So this market, no, that trade's not in it. This trade's the only one that's in it. If we sold here, the market looks like it's gonna push on up. Oh, is this where it all ends? And the market, the strat don't work. Don't doubt yourself, Nick. Yeah, the market looks like it's gonna shoot down. Or shoot on. It looks like it's gonna shoot on down. So we traded against. Did I think the market was gonna shoot up here? I'm not sure. What was I thinking? No, the market looks like it's gonna shoot down because you have up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So trading against the market. We should be trading against the market. We should be trading against the market. If this was a spike, then that makes more sense. Then instead of trying to spend all that time trying to convince ourselves this wasn't a spike against the market, if we went against the market here, we would have bought there. No, if we were, because I thought it was gonna keep pushing down, right? But buying there on a spike. Actually, it looks like it's gonna keep pushing down. But when you have spikes, the most natural thing to happen is the fact that it should trade back in. So if you're trading with the market, you should be buying. Then here, looks like the market's going to keep pushing down. So if you're trading against, we would buy here. That would have worked. And yeah. And then at this point, not right now. Maybe in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because my mom made
Tacos. All right. And so the market looks like it's gonna keep pushing up here. So you would, wait, I lost my train of thought. You would trade against, right? Against. So you would sell. So we're trading against. I think this is something we haven't practiced at all, is deciding whether to be buying with or trading against, or trading with or trading against. So let's go trading against, because in this you would be, if you predicted the market would keep pushing down here, even though it's a spike, trading with the market would have been better. No, it looks like the market's going to keep pushing down here, even though it is a spike. Trading against, it looks like the market's going to push. No, it looks like the market's going to push up. So you should have bought there if you're trading with the market, because it's a W pattern. And then here you have a spike. So the natural reaction for spike is to okay, so we're trading with the market. We're just reading it wrong. So trading with the market, when you have spikes, you trade with that against that spike. I don't know if this is a spike here, actually. This is just one bar. If it keeps pushing up, then it's a spike. Oh, no, obvious entry. Hi, Chacho.
Over here's not loud.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
And Becky's not here either.
Mm-hmm. Dang it, missed the order. Wait, we can still get it. Spending too much time in this area. Trade what, 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 trade what. Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare do that thing. Don't you dare do that thing. Don't you dare do that, don't you dare do that. I think we're supposed to be trading against, in all honesty, because if you have spikes, you don't necessarily trade that spike back 100% of the time, because the market looks like it's going to keep pushing down here. It really does. It looks like it's going to shoot all the way back here, maybe correct a little bit, but it doesn't. And here, it looks like the market's supposed to be shooting down again, but it doesn't. Here, it looks like it's going to shoot up, but it doesn't. Here, it looks like it's going to shoot down, but it doesn't. So we should be trading against the market. But it's 9 o'clock now, so I don't know. No, we stick with it. Against. So we should be trading against the market. At 8:30. So buying there was a better option because it looks like the market was we would have got stopped out though, man. That's the crazy part. Hmm. That's an interesting one. Let's pause here. I want to see this actually. Would we have actually gotten stopped out if we bought here on the second entry? Entrance is at 50 high. How far back is our scalp? It's 22. So how many times? So that's 4 points, 5 points, and 2 ticks. So our entrance at 50. So that's 2, 4, 6 minus 2, 1, 2. So right there. No, we wouldn't have gotten stopped out. So we're supposed to be trading against. Oh man, all right. If we got it, then this next trade should be good. If we can read the market correctly, hopefully we can. We have read it correctly, technically, but we were just doing the wrong thing. Trading against the market is what we should have been doing. Or what you saw those trades. So essentially, let me explain it anyway. We knew the market was supposed to look a certain way, and so we were gonna trade with the market initially, but we read it wrong. If we would have just decided the market was going to look this way and trade against it, we would have got all these single trades. We would have got every single one of them, especially even this one because it's a spike up. And when you get those spikes, you're supposed to trade them back in, and that's what everybody does. And especially at that resistance, you're supposed to buy it up because you're going against the market. Let's go. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Nielsen deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson? Nielsen deGrasse Tyson? I don't know. Is that a new low? That is a new low. That one. Well, it's a low, not a new low, but. In the trade. Out the trade. Nope. We spoke wasters. Yes. Oh, I thought you said Dado. Wait, what's that noise, Chacho? No. It looks like the market's gonna go down. Oh man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. So at this point, it does look like the market's gonna keep pushing down here. So we should have bought essentially, but it was just a little bit too sharp for me. I thought the market was gonna do a little bit. I would have wanted more of a pullback, which was this right here. So now the market looks like it's gonna go down. So it was a bit too late at that point. And actually, we should have used a minute chart. Yeah, because if you take a look at the minute chart, it definitely looks like it's gonna keep pushing down here. So you should have bought. So that was just our fault. But yeah, we're okay. Only 29, not 30 yet. So we would still be trading. No, actually, we would stop right here at 29 because after fees and all that. No, 30. Lower it down, mi amor. Let's see if we can get the next trade. Next 6 trades. 6, 7, 6 trades. 7, 8, 10 trades. 11, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm trying to use a 1 minute chart actually. Okay. All right. So we stuck with the strat, which was if the market looks like it's gonna do that, go against it. And essentially, we used the minute chart here, and I had a little bit of a gut feeling, but you got to go against it to be like, there's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing, because it looks like the market's gonna shoot down here, but I'm like, there's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing. It looks like it could potentially also go up, and no. But if it looks like the most obvious thing, the market's gonna shoot down. Well, not the most obvious, but if it looks like it's gonna shoot down, just stick with that. And in this case, it really does. And so buying there's the better option. Yeah. Good trade. Good trade. If it keeps pushing up, then definitely good trade. Don't know what accent. Yeah, Irish accent. So yeah, good trade. Nice trade. Great trade. I was waiting for on the other side to swing low for ascension, but it never broke higher here. So at least we decreased our loss, which is good. So if we hit 29, we still have a chance to decrease it. So maybe I would stop here. No, I would keep going until you're over 30. Like 30. Like 30. 30. Not 29, 30. Because we still have an opportunity to make it up, but statistics show that we can't. But let's see if we could go and not be a statistic. Don't be a statistic. I remember hearing that all throughout elementary school. Don't be a statistic. You ballistic. Cause I love being the home you made us. But I will carry it. So I'm carry it along. Okay, so I'm using a minute chart. I had to finish that. My OCD. Heavily. We're gonna try to use it heavily because it's almost 9:30. Might have to skip out the trade if it's already 9:30 just to see if there's a flippity flop, because they're kind of usually, not saying usually it is because we haven't really tested this strat that much, but we can imagine that after 9:30 the market does do a little bit of a shift, because then at that point we can definitely use the minute chart. So there's a definite change. Obviously the market acts a little bit different. It's not going crazy spiking, so there might be a flip flop. Okay, we got a set. Let me zoom out on this chart real quick. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Actually, should have done a non-obvious. We would have got the scalp already. But we get it either way, boys. Alright, so yeah, non-obvious would have been the better trade because that's a spike. That's 2 bars. 2 bars. I mean, this is a pushing it bars, like pushing it spike because it's 3 bars. But that's 2 bars. That's super, like, no, that's not a spike. That's not a spike. Don't do that. Don't do that. So non-obvious would have been the better trade, even though we got it anyway. So we got super lucky with that one. Super grateful for that. And so the reason we sold there instead of buying, so essentially, if we come back to the minute chart and we're using that heavily for this one, at this point it's very difficult to tell what was going on here. When I'm trading live, I'm not going to explain it like these, hopefully. Or maybe I might. I don't know. Probably not, because I know I'll miss some trades. But essentially, we're pushing up like this. I had to pull out because I had to back out because at this point it's a little difficult to tell what the market wanted to do, especially right here. Maybe it wanted to keep pushing down. I thought that's initially what I thought, so I was gonna buy. But then as soon as that push up started and I zoomed out, we can see that this bounce here is happening consistently. And so we can imagine that market pushing right up. That's just what the market looks like it's going to do, especially at this point right here, because then you have that double bottom test. It's that swing high first entry, second entry. It looks like the market's going to spike right back up, or at least consolidate, spike up, consolidate, and shoot back up or something, or shoot down again. But it looks like at this point it's going to come up pretty high, or a decent amount, at least half of this move, or a quarter of it at least. And it looks like it was going to do that, and so that's why we went against it. And the better entry should have been that non-obvious entry at a 3-point tick entry. 3-point tick entry. 3-point entry. So swing high, first entry, second entry, third non-obvious. Yeah. But we got it. Let's go. So it occurred to me, like, how do we decide, like, for when we trade live or any other day, to trade with the market or against the market at 8:30? And here I have 8:30 pulled up right here. This is where the market opens right around here. So this bar closes at 8:30.03. So at this point, markets has a swing high. We skip out on that first trade. So we have the swing high, the first entry, second entry here. And if you were to guess, just think about it. What does the market look like it's going to do? And according to the strat, every time you have a drop like that, or according to like what the market's supposed to look like, it's supposed to correct those big moves. So hypothetically speaking, you should have, if you're going with the market, you should buy. If you're going against the market, you should sell. And as you have seen, as you've seen that we're trading against what the market's supposed to look like, because we were trading with the market and we got stopped out 4 times in a row or something like that. And this is the thing that threw us off, because at this point it looks like the market should correct here. But if you are actually looking at it, that this was your last low, it looks like it actually might correct the entire thing right here after a drop like that. This is a little bit pushing it in terms of like, this is the way the market's supposed to look. So when it comes to spikes, you can't just, it's not finite. It's not always going to be, oh, the market's supposed to 100% correct those spikes, because that's not technically what the market looks like. You need the context of the rest of the day. And I think that's very, very accurate, and a very accurate statement as well. Because if you just say every spike there is, you're supposed to correct it, that's just what the market does. But in this case, it actually looks like the market's going to come all the way back down, and maybe even just come way back to the lows over here. So actually going against that is the better option, as you can see. So you have to take into consideration what the market looks like over what spikes are supposed to be doing. So taking into consideration heavily what spikes do occasionally, but this is also just 3 bars. That was the strategy. Never mind what I just said about the 3 bars. But it's a spike down, and the market, our rule was, if you have a spike, you're supposed to trade it back up, and that's what the market's supposed to do. But not in this case. The market looks like it's going to keep shooting down. Looks like it's not going to stop. It's a strong spike down. If you take a look at the minute chart, it's a crazy drop in, but we don't use that at 8:30. So buying here, going against the market, is actually the best option. So that's how you decide. Don't stick hardcore with those spikes and stuff like that. It's but heavily influenced. So yeah, so essentially, that's the way it plays. That's the way it goes. If the market looks like it's gonna keep dropping, and in this case, it looks like it's gonna keep dropping. Buying there's going against it. What do we do here? I don't remember. I'm just trying to go over the trades again. So we sold, right? Going against the market because of the double bottom. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. So, are we going to skip out that first trade at 9:30? I don't know. Let's see. I actually was not watching. I was watching. I don't know if it broke lower first and then pushed up, because that is crucial information. But that was irrelevant. Actually, look like it might drop a little bit more. So I'm heavily using the minute chart. This is going to be an interesting one, but not interesting if we get stepped out. Oh, that's still our signal bar. Okay, we're in the trade. It's 9:30 also. Maybe we should have skipped out of this trade. I think we should have skipped out of this trade. You want a feeder?
Yeah.
Okay. Chacho, can mommy sit down?
Go siéntate allá, allá en la sala. I'm just gonna give Chichi to Stella.
And I know I'm not alone. Okay. So it's 9:30. Looks like we're gonna end up so skipping that trade is the best option to see what the market looked like it was going to do. And at this point, this was an interesting one. The market looks like it's going to correct this entire move at this point, but I thought it would push down a little bit further, but I think that was just being a little bit too another layer deeper, in which you shouldn't have to go, because it's going with the overall what the market looks like. So if we had the chart over here opened up, where'd it go? On a swing high, first entry, second entry, since the market looks like it's going to keep pushing up, and selling there is the best option. So we're still going against what the market looks like it's going to do, even after 9:30. So, all right. So that was the confirmation. Staying on a trade at the first trade after 9:30 is what I think we should stick with, even if that means one less trade. So just to make it clear, we're still trading against what the market looks like it's going to do. And at this point, it looks like the market was going to keep going down and swing up first entry, second entry. And so buying there, going against it, was actually the better option. And non-obvious. Non-obvious. Alright. So that just confirms it. But then again, it could take some time for the market to change after 9:30. But we shall see. I got in the trade, but the wrong tick. It was a tick later, so should be one tick lower here. It's not a spike, so we did a non-obvious. The suspense is killing me. Nice! Let's go! So at this point, it doesn't look like the market's going to actually keep pushing up. Believe it or not, at this point it does. But essentially, once you get the consolidation, this guy right here, and then the push up like that, the market actually looks like it's going to keep going down. This is a little bit, this right here is a little bit harder to believe than this. So we can imagine the market actually doing this instead. So buying there is actually the better option. So I was heavily using the minute chart there. And if you just take a look at it, it doesn't look like it's going to correct all the way. You had that two-legged move, and people are going to try to sell that back, and that's what the market looks like it's going to do. So buying there is actually the better option, and we got that trade. So as you can see, even there, it looks like it's going to keep pushing down. Doesn't look like a strong correction is going to happen, so it looks like the market's going to keep pushing down. So buying there is actually the better option. Good trade. I think I missed a trade. I'm not sure. So we have first entry. Second entry, I think it pushed up first, pushed down, then pushed up. So we just got filled down in order, broke lower first, and then pushed up. Nice. That was a little worrisome, but as you can see, the market looked like it was going to keep pushing up, especially on the 1 minute chart. You had that spike down, and it doesn't look like it's going to just shoot down like this, even though that has happened before. But there was a lot more consolidation up and down before it did that. It was a double top, quadruple top. But so essentially, this doesn't look like it's going to keep pushing down. It looks more like it's gonna keep pushing up, especially at this point. It looks like it's gonna push up first, then push down. That's exactly what it looks like. So since that's what it looks like, we trade against it, and we sell there on one ticker. And as you know, we got the scalp. Swing high, first entry pushed down, then it pushed up, second entry, and we got the scalp. So very good trade. Could have been actually a non-obvious entry, would have been a lot better, because they just come off of maybe testing those highs, and it's a slight topping pattern. So but I'm okay with that 1 tick entry actually. Yeah, so pretty decent trade, not great, no, pretty good trade. That's exactly what we predicted. No, that's what we thought the market was gonna look like. Oh, so interesting thing to think about, actually. I'm Batman. But all we need is that scalp, so I think we're okay. And the trade? This will be interesting. So in this case, this is an interesting one, because we had a sell order here originally because I thought the market would keep pushing down. Keep pushing up. And that's just what the market looked like it was going to do. Push down, so that's why we bought. Wait, did it just come to our tick? What's that spike? It's 5 bars. Market looked like it was gonna correct. It didn't look like it was gonna keep pushing up. Wait a minute. No. Bro, this is our signal bar. No. This is our signal bar, dude. Oh, let's see if we can get in this trade. That's why you gotta pay attention. I'm eating, watching Tycoon. I'm chilling. Let's see if we could get in this trade before it shoots on out. Damn it, man. No wonder it didn't work. See. Yeah, we're gonna get stepped on now. Dang, bro. Damn. That's alright. We'll keep going. Oh, man. Alright, that's alright. It would've worked. Oh, why am I not recording? I had a swing high first entry. I was talking the whole time. Buying right here is what I wanted to do. And it would have worked out, but I was pulled out like this far and I just couldn't. So, dang. Actually, now it's starting to look like trading with the market is actually the better option. Yeah, so trading. I think we're trading with market now. 10 a.m. switch, flip flop. Yeah, trading with now. This is what we predicted the market would do, and it's doing it. So we're trading with the market now. So the flip flop was at 10 a.m. Came to the tick in the market. Let go. So it looks like the market's gonna keep pushing up. Man, this feels so good to know the market's the high. Let's go. So if you take a look at the minute chart here, it has the consolidation. It doesn't look like it's gonna keep pushing down. What happens very often is come on. is like when you get the leg down or whatever, and then the spike down, there's gonna be some consolidation here, and when you get that consolidation, something like this usually actually happens. And I'll just keep pushing up, and then maybe I'll do the same thing, but in the reverse side, consolidate here, then push down. Yeah, but yeah, good trade, good trade, good trade, good trade, good trade, good trade, good trade. So I bought a toy gun in a game. Violence is never the answer, friends. This one's gonna be interesting. It's leaving us. Just got filled. Oh, we gotta stop that. Alright, I'm a little distracted, but it does look like the market is gonna be pushing up here. You can imagine this happening, but the more likely situation is for the market to actually push up here. And actually, maybe we can still enter this on a non-obvious. Where do we get stopped out? Right here? Or maybe not. Let's give it a shot. Oop. If it keeps pushing up, then definitely we were wrong. And we were definitely. Oh, no, we weren't. We took away from our stop. And we got stopped out. I've sent the chat, boys. Nice. So, thank you, Taco. Love you. And so, yeah, a non-obvious entry, 3.0 was a better one. So, I don't know why I entered a one ticker. I guess it was because of a slight uptrend, but it's not a slight uptrend. It's very sideways and it's very downtrend as well. So a non-obvious was the best option, and as you can see, it works out. So there's stuff we still gotta learn. Some adjusting we gotta do with this day trading thing. But yeah, pretty good trade. I'm gonna eat some tacos now. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna explain that one real quick. On the minute chart, if you take a look at it, the market just looks like it's gonna be pushing up here. It's as simple as that. And that like M pattern. So we can imagine the market just shooting up here, and that's exactly why we bought on the swing high, first entry. I'm sorry, swing low, first entry, second entry, and a non-obvious 3-point entry. And yeah. How long is this video? An hour? Did I leave it running? Just got into the trade. It's pretty much a spike compared to how the market's behaving right now, at least. It's also coming close to 11 o'clock, so we'll see how this goes. Nice. Alright, so pretty good trade. Pretty good trading going on right now. We had this man, there's chip stuck in my throat. It's It's like scratching. It's still there. Oh, yeah, if you take a look at the minute chart, this point it looks like the market's just gonna push up here and correct all this. Essentially, that's what we're kind of going for. Even after this strong push down, it looks like the market's gonna try and correct that move down. So we're using that as well as all the oh my gosh, hold on. And it just looks like the market's gonna push on up, so we buy because we're going with the market. Yeah, pretty good trade. Even though a non-obvious would have worked better. Actually, I don't know if you would have got in. Nope, you would have not gotten in. This is a spike compared to the rest of the market. Recently, the rest of the market up until like 10 for the last hour at least. Nice, so that's kind of what we predicted on the market. As you can see, it's pushed up right there. We're still getting a lot more swings than the minute chart. And so we're gonna stick with this guy. Nice. So I was a little worried because it's kind of been repeating. As it pushes up, pushes back, pushes up, pushes back. Every time you had that spike, and so hold on. All right, so essentially what that was that when the market started to push up there, it just was essentially a repeat pattern, and we sold. So that's why I made that face, because it was super duper hesitant with that, because it's just a repeating sort of thing. So it did look like it was going to do this, so we just went with it because we're trading with the market and what it looks like it's going to do. If this keeps pushing down, then I'm very confident with that trade. If it doesn't, then I think we just got super lucky. At least test it again. Nice. Okay, so I was good. We were good with that trade. Good trading. So starting to form a lot more bars on the minute chart, so we're going to switch to this guy. Which is the 700 tick chart. Okay, we had a swing high first entry, kind of matching up with this guy, but it just came up by 1 tick. There, it's more obvious. This one's an interesting one. That is for sure. It's gonna be an interesting trade. Oh, I think we got in the wrong spot. We were supposed to get up here. Kind of want to exit this and just place the order again. Please don't stop us out. 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 That's what happens when you're too zoomed in. There's like a fine line of how far you should zoom in and how far you should zoom out. Oh, actually, there's a second entry on the 1 minute chart, so maybe 450 now. Way too much. Okay. I'm okay with that. Stop film. Stop film. Push up, friend. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Don't push down. Oh, wait. Didn't trigger yet. But the story might be a little bit different now. Might push up a little bit. Just enough for a scalp, hopefully. At least half of this move before pushing down. Or at least a quarter of that move. Jeez, it is taking a long time. Trigger here? No. Okay, there's the trigger. Oh man, now it's gonna push down. Well, it pushed up a little like we predicted. All right, so that one was not the best trade. It consolidated a lot, and we kind of just like, started to ignore what the market would do at that particular time. And let's see, what could we have done differently? So we had to push down, swing high first entry, second entry. And at that point, the market does look like it's going to continue to drop because of the consolidation there. I was looking a lot at the minute chart, and it did exactly what we were predicting, which is going to push up a little bit, and we knew for a fact it was going to push down. So we should have actually sold probably on a non-obvious. That would have been the best trade. And maybe next time we actually do that, we'll do like a 5-point entry or something like that. You know? Yeah. This is kind of the same thing as the. Well, I'm thinking it's the same thing as the previous trade because it looks like it's going to go a specific direction a little bit more before turning into the other direction. So we'll do the opposite of what we did previously, which it looks like it's going to keep pushing up a little bit, but I think after that push up, it's going to push back down. So since we know it's going to end up pushing back down, we're going to just go, well, we think it's going to push down, but don't quote me on this because this could be very, very wrong. No matching highs yet, so this is still our signal bar. Excuse me. Actually, now it looks like it's going to keep pushing up. Alright, I'm going to leave it as is and not touch. Yeah, it looks like it's going to keep pushing up now. So we're going to go with that in the trade. Nice. Good trade. Good reads. Good reads. So the reason it looks like it's going to keep pushing up, if you take a look at the here, it looks like it's going to just push right back down. And we were debating because we knew it was going to push a little bit up. But once it started to consolidate just like this, now it did that push and it has that big wick on the bottom. Now we can imagine the market going up. And or it looks like it's going to go up. And that's why we go with it. Because we're not trading against it. So good trade. Good trade. Let's go. All right, spend some time. So I'm a little daisy on what's going on. Daisy? Dizzy? I don't know. What am I looking for there? Still trading with, right? All right, we're in the trade. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little like out of it. Let's take a look at what happened here. We just kind of traded a little blindly, a little bit tiny little bit blindly. It looks like the market was gonna bounce there, but then again, not really. That's just us being like, oh yeah, it'd be nice for it to bounce, right? I don't know why in my head I feel like it should bounce. Maybe that's just human nature in me, but it looks like the market's going to shoot on down here. So selling there is actually the better option. Let's at least get a good trade before we close up shop here. 10:46. I got to brush my teeth and stuff. Let's see if we can get one more trade in here somewhere. Stop. Okay. All right, let's see how this one goes. So a little bit more aware of what's going on now. So we're still sticking with what the market looks like it's going to do. actually, I feel like it's gonna go up, but the way the market looks, it looks like it's gonna go down. But and that was a confusing sentence. But gut instinct is to predict that the market will go up, but not actually go up. But should look like it should go up, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's actually the better trade. Let's buy here on a spike. 1 tick entry. Let's get in this. Nice. Come on. Nice. All right, so looked like the market was actually going to push up there. As much as I was a little as much as of the confusion I had in that trade, we had the first entry, second entry, and this is the minute chart, by the way. Oh wait, right here, it just looks like the market's going to shoot up a little bit. We just played a little bit of context on what happened in before when you had this shot down and shot right back up. That shot down, shot back up, shot down, shot right back up. Here it was a little bit more consolidated, but as you can see, the way I predicted it, or the way I played this one, is to pretend like the market was gonna drop right there in a spike. That seemed less plausible than this happening right here. Not because of this, well, maybe because of this, but essentially a lot of the history of what happened here, like with this spike, it looked like it was like the spike and then this pushed up. If that makes sense. Am I reversed? I don't know. But the spike down, then like this. As you can see, that's exactly what happens right here with the drop. Then there's the 2 bars to make it like curvy. The spike down, the curve out, the spike down, the curve out. So I guess that's what I was just looking at. And I would imagine the market would keep going up. And so we bought there on that second entry. So good trade. That's going to close up shop today. Peace out. Good trading today, I think.